to do, and that is to love and love deeply here on earth like God so loves us, right? And so I just again thank you all for coming here today to celebrate May, this beautiful woman that sits here before us. And Miss Marsha could not be here today, but when she said that when she thought of May, the first thing that she thought of was that she was a virtuous woman. And so, of course, we know that a virtuous woman is a Proverbs 31 woman. And so, leaning into that virtuous theme, we have chosen some V words here today that describe you. And so, those that love you will come up and share their V word and a special memory of what makes you special on your 75th birthday celebration. And this will add to those memories that we are making here on earth. So if we could have our first person to come, or if you would just raise your hand, I'll come to you. All right. Oh, you have. Okay. All right. Then you can just pass it.
Get mine out of the way.
He belongs to me.
How y'all doing?
Hello.
How y'all doing? Good. Thought I was in it by myself. All right. I got vivid, which is bright and intense. And I'm sitting there like, bright and intense. It's dark up in here. But when it talks about May, my mother, I think about this describing her faith. And it's not, something you got to ask her about or anything like that. She gonna let you know that God is real and He's, always present. Even in the worst times, she's just always, building me up. I'm sure she do the same thing for you all. So I did want to take this time to just say thank you for always being that, you like the most positive person, like ever. At my lowest, I can call you and, man, and with this just reassuring, just vivid voice I hear on the phone is amen, and it just started building me up, and now I'm feeling good, she don't give you a chance to mope or anything like that, so thank you so much for being who you are.
Yeah.
Thank you. He was 4 years old when we got married, and I think about when I'm sitting here next to Rainbow, a granddaughter who just turned 5, to let everybody know that. So he's been my son, for a long, long time. It doesn't mean that you have to give birth, okay? Because I gave birth to him through just the love and everything. Oh, so I'm a trainer, so I figured I was loud enough for everybody. Okay. I tell people when I'm training in class that, hey, my daddy was a Baptist preacher, so I definitely know how to talk. But thank you so much. You
It's my pleasure.
truly a joy in our life. He's the man.
Yeah.
That's the party man. He's the artist. He's the everything. If you want to laugh, he's the man.
Yep.
That's why we keep him around, and we'll keep him
That's
around
right.
for a long, long time.
Yeah.
His son.
Aww. Are you going? You don't have
So, there's so much that I could say, but one thing I will say about Aunt May is that every time she walks in a room, she is vibrant from her attire, from her head down to her toes. She is that woman. So I just want to say thank you.
You got it.
So, Aunt May took me in years ago. My dad is cousins with Uncle Tony. And we used to come up every summer or almost every other summer. And Aunt May fed us like we were her own, right? And after graduation, I moved up here to Atlanta for college. And Aunt May was my everything. Now, Uncle Tony was too, that's my bad. But Aunt May was that woman that I could look up to and has taught me so much as far as being a woman. And Yeah, so I love you for everything. She took me in, and when I came back from PA school, and I stayed with her for a couple of months until I got my place. And it's just, you don't find people to do things like that for you, just off the cuff, you know, and just pour into you like no other can. So I just want to say, anytime you need me, you just call me, okay? I love you.
I love you.
No.
Sorry, y'all. I tried to get up there. So,
And I was told not to say it, but y'all know I don't obey.
thank you.
See, we've come so far, such a long ways with her baby and all of those wonderful things. She's a wonderful,
Position sister. I think that's what you're going for. I don't know.
I'm trying to go there.
Okay.
But you do so much more.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
Because you care about people. So it's not just being a physician. It's the caring part that makes the difference.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's who you are. And that's what I love so much about you. You're always giving. You're always there. And I appreciate you so very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. darling.
Love you.
No.
We want to sing because we go so far back, you know, that way. But vital, meaning essential and full of life. And when COVID first hit and people were trying to get back to work, we kept hearing about the essential workers. And that's why we chose this, because when I think about you, you are essential to me, especially. We met about 4 years ago. We had gone to a Bible study one Wednesday night, and I had so much going on inside my head and my heart, and I just felt so heavy. And you came up behind me and put your arms around me and said, you know, what's going on? What's going on with you? And we kind of pulled off to the side, and I shared with you what was happening. And the words that you imparted in me were so essential, to the point where it was a turning point in my life. It was almost like my life just took off in a different direction, just from that one conversation, that once, just that one time of you caring and seeing me and taking the time to love me and to speak truth in my life. And ever since that point, you know, we've just grown together. We love each other, I do know that.
Yes.
And you'll always call me right when I need to have a real good, solid, down to the earth, homegirl kind of conversation. You're always there for me, May. And I always love you. Okay.
Same with me. We role brothers too.
Yes.
Okay? And I got so many wonderful role brothers in this room, and I'm so thankful for that. I know I'm not supposed to be giving my speech, okay? But it's all good. I go out of order, without a doubt. Thank you, darling.
Well, when I think of full of life, I mean, I see this sister as full of life, spirit, soul, and body. I mean, spiritually, like the gentleman had mentioned. Where is he? Where he had mentioned? Okay, he's right there, right there. Full of the word, full of life in every area. She really, really is. Does not look 75 at all.
At all.
I wouldn't even know
Does not look
that.
75 at all, but. You know, we attend the same church, and we, like she said, we run the roads a little bit together, but that's what she does. When I talk with her, she just left this place, or she just left that place, just got back from the Dominican Republic, and went over here, she was over here and over there, and just full of life, and I love it, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's right.
That's the way it's supposed to be, full of life.
Yes.
And don't stop.
No, ma'am.
Don't
I
stop,
plan
keep
on
it going, yeah, keep it going, spirit, soul, and body, keep it going, full of life, overflowing life, and that's what it should be. And obviously, like the gentleman said as well, you've got the minister, I guess, who bless the food, you've got friends here who love you, family who love you, we certainly do. Full of life, girl, full of life.
I know we're here to celebrate you, May. We always will, and we'll continue to do it. But I also want to thank Anthony for allowing us to have such a big part of May's life. you know, for you being the man that is her backbone. We know how much she loves you. You're always in all of our conversations every time we get together and everything. So I just want to thank you too for being who you are and for allowing us to have such a big piece of life.
Aw.
Amen. Yes.
Okay, there's a challenge to be had. She will take on that challenge, and at the end of the day, she's going to be exactly this, successful and triumphant. 34 years ago today, she came to my daughter's first birthday party, and I got a chance to meet Jermaine, and he was there. And we started talking. Well, she's a trainer now, but she used to be a headhunter. Okay? And when she was looking for somebody, she was gonna find them. And she had boxes of recruits. And she said, Cynthia, you mind if you would help me go through some of these files or what have you? Well, back then you had an office up on 85 with Sandra. I said, well, sure, bring the boxes by my house. I don't have a problem looking through them. She showed up in my driveway with 11
Oh, wow.
in boxes with lids on them, and we went through 1,100 recruits. And she placed somebody exactly where somebody wanted them to be placed. So if you talk about successful and triumphant, the epitome right here. She's my sister friend. She's my, I don't know, I guess I'm your resource. Because when I look down and I see the phone, I'm like, what you need, man? And so you will always be my sister friend. I love you so much. After all these years, and do you know, after all these years, I had never asked her how old she was. When she told me what the number of birthdays we were coming to, I couldn't believe it. So you do not look your age. 75 more, I'll show up and give you a flower and tell you exactly what you are, successful and triumphant. Wow.
Yay.
You are just such a blessing to us all.
I'm the mother, I'm Cynthia's mother, and I met her through Cynthia. I used to live in East Point for years, and we both lived in East Point.